What's up, Skirt Sub Squad?
Did you just take my line? It's Samantha.
And Melissa.
I'm going to actually tell you guys how it is right now. It was so fun.
We couldn't even make it up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear it in public.
Then she looks at me and she goes, that's what Jesus is for.
We are about normalizing things that are hard to talk about.
So I was like, deer in headlights, skirts out. But keep your panties on.
So tell us about your travels, because it was 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
I know you traveled for 2 weeks, but we didn't record for 3. So in my mind, it's 3.
Yeah, because we had a cancellation the week before. So we ended up doing, I think, just an intro, didn't we? Or did we not even? We might have not. But
I think we...
Anyways, yeah, so traveling was for 2 weeks. Simon and I went to Dominican Republic and we traveled to multiple different cities. And so, that was
Yeah, because I was just looking at the calendar. Yeah, it said on the 29th, Sam is gone out of the country. And I think it's because you just got back and you had to like reset. We didn't record and then you went again. And then the next week you were gone or just getting back. So like,
something like that, yeah.
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 You were about to tell us something funny though. Dominican Republic, oh God, did I just derail it?
Okay. No, Dominican Republic. Yeah. So we went there and I'm sure you guys saw like how like ridiculous that was. So like we got into Dominican Republic. We did what we always do. We rented a car and we got pulled over twice within an hour of having the car and driving through Dominican Republic. And that has never, ever, ever happened to us before. Getting pulled over in another country. And we were so confused because we're like, what are we doing wrong? Like we're following.
Isn't he speeding though? Oh, I thought you said he was speeding.
When we asked why we got pulled over, he shot the car driving behind us and showed us that and said you were speeding. And like, so obviously that wasn't us.
You did not say that part on the video.
Did I not? Yeah. Well, I think because I was still trying to process like what the hell has happened. But I remember he shot the car behind us and then showed us the gun. And so I didn't say anything. But then later I was like,
that's not even us.
For all I know, there's like an arrow and you like arrow back to go see like someone previous. So I didn't say anything. And then when I was talking about it, I just cut this out. And then when I was talking about it to someone else, they're like, no, he shot someone else.
That was live.
Yeah. And so we were talking to a local while we were there and, like, talking about it. And they were just like, I'm so sorry. I was like, sorry about what? I mean, like, shit happens, like, whatever. And he was like, no, it's because you're white with the American dollar. Yeah. And I was like, it's fine. I was like, as long as they don't put us in jail, I don't care. Honestly, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And then, so we drove.
I think that happens a lot in a lot of countries. Tourists get targeted, right?
Yeah. And and they were saying also like, when you travel to countries like this, the local person we were talking to is like, you also need to know that everything is negotiable because the money is so different from where you are to where we are, that like they're gonna tell you something like we got gouged. I didn't know, like this person, I literally bought like 3 pieces of like crap jewelry just because like I start to feel bad. Nice. Yes, and I want to support everyone. They're all trying to like make money for their family, and so then I want to buy something from everyone. We got bamboozled out of American $400.
That's a lot of money. That's like okay.
Yes.
And like thousands for them.
But because I don't know the money, like I don't process that. And I didn't even know, it didn't sound like a lot in pesos.
For jewelry?
Yeah. I mean, it was like this, like, it's really weak. Like it's already broken, all of the jewelry I bought, but I didn't know that we spent $400 like American money on that, when American money, like that would have been like $10, $15 what I bought.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a whole tangent. I'll probably cut that. But so we got a car. We drove from the airport 8 hours to our first destination and then stayed there for a few days and drove 4 hours to our next destination, and then 3 hours to our final destination. That's just how we travel. We like to see like where we are and try the different cities and cultures and stuff.
What did you do? What did you experience in the 4 hours? Like, what did you see? Tell me some culture that you saw.
So, of course, like when you drive, you see like how vastly different. I mean, just around like how the US, like you travel and you see like the environment's different, the housing's different,
how they live. Like you're
levels.
Just seeing an outside.
Yeah. And then like when each town that you stay in, you see again like the different ways of living. So outside of one of the towns that we stayed in, it was very much so like kind of what you would think of like the third world. Like, it's just these buildings that look abandoned, no windows, no like
No
nothing.
doors.
But those like they're actually living in that multi-generationally with
a lot of people,
and it's wild, but that's normal to them. So we see that, and unfortunately we haven't learned Spanish yet, so one of the bummers is that we can't just sit and have conversations about what it's...
I'm kind of learning Spanish because well, I know I speak Portuguese, but I've had some ladies coming and cleaning the shop and they speak Spanish. And so I've been wanting to talk to them. So I've been kind of trying to work on that.
Yeah, we've definitely decided that is what we're doing. So we actually
you go to a lot of those countries.
We do. And we always say, we're going to learn Spanish. We're going to learn Spanish. But just while we were in Dominican, like it just really hit. Like if we knew Spanish, we could talk to them about, what's going on and like, tell us, because in my mind, I'm seeing them and I'm like, how miserable. Like during the days, it's so hot that you'll just see like the moms and babies just sitting outside on a bucket on the side of the road with the babies. But then at night, that's when everything comes to life. Like it's when like the kids are out running and playing. It's, everyone's like starting to conjugate. But I think it's because it's so hot in the morning that like your body cannot handle that. And so everyone's just sitting like on the side of the road and stuff.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's partially why they have a siesta and take like a longer lunch and nap during the days, because it's better to be out at night.
But I don't know because I couldn't ask. But
we're not sponsored by them, but we should be, because let's do Duolingo.
Yeah. That's what we want to do. And then we want to find a little community like of people who are also learning Spanish or already speak Spanish.
I'll do it with you.
To where we go on like little dates with this little group and, practice speaking or something.
Yeah, totally.
Fun. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, I feel like I have a lot to cut now.
Why?
Because
you're telling us about it
was supposed to be so fast.
Okay.
Okay, so travel through Dominican. Our last 2 nights when we do these like long travels, we like to go into an all-inclusive resort just to like have that final like we get to relax instead of just traveling every day. And when we got to the all-inclusive resort, we got word that the kids had hand, foot, and mouth. And all I don't know what to do is because we were supposed to come home for one day, grab the kids, and then go to Utah for a week. But obviously, if the kids have
reunion.
With Simon's family. But obviously, if they have hand, foot, and mouth. Hello. Okay. Obviously, if they have hand, foot, and mouth, like that's really contagious. Like we shouldn't be going anywhere. And so everyone was like really bummed, and I felt like the bad guy. So I was like, we're just not going. It's not cool. And then we're gonna get home and we're gonna get it, and it's just like,
other people.
What are we gonna do? Like it's just not. It's not what we can do. And so then I felt bad and like was getting a lot of pushback. And so I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can get a doctor's appointment. We'll go to the doctor. We'll see what the doctor says. And of course, I'm like, the doctor's going to be like, no, you got to stay home. But it went the complete opposite. She was like, no, like these bumps are like all scabbed over. The only ones that like are really there, like in the back of the mouth, which is only contagious if you drink after them. And you're not going to be drinking after anyone on the plane, and, don't drink after them. And she was like, I would send them to school tomorrow. Like after seeing this. Yeah. And I was like, really? And she goes, yes, like you're fine. Like people act like it's, this big deal. And she's like, but it's okay.
Probably
like,
was before they
probably was. Yes. Yeah.
It is, because I've had to deal with it with kids, and me. Like, it's so contagious. It's so bad.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Like I was, I'm kind of like a germ freak, and so I was like dreading coming home. So I was like, I really don't want it. I really
I feel
don't.
like it was perfect that you got to go on vacation and the kids got to get their one bad contagious sickness of the year while you were at home.
Yeah, and so yeah, we went to Utah. No one else got it. It didn't spread. I
Good.
still don't have it, and obviously I would have had it by now. So it all worked out well. Everyone's healthy now. We're back home. And then I was trying to think of a fail, and honestly, the first fail that came to my mind was when Simon and I were in Dominican Republic. The first 2-3 days we took lots of photos, we did touristy things, and we're documenting it. And then towards the end of the trip, I didn't take any photos, I didn't take any videos, I just kind of stopped. But it's because we started leaving our phones in the room, and then we'd go out to dinner and stuff. And my fail was honestly going to be that my favorite part, I think, on the trip was that we left our phones in the room, and then we walked down the street until a restaurant kind of stood out to us, which again, all the restaurants are outside, and all the restaurants kind of look the same, but serve different foods. And so one stood out. We went and sat down. The town that we are in isn't very intermixed with English. And so of course, this place that we picked doesn't have like a menu that helps you like read it, because it was only in Spanish
or English. Yeah.
And we didn't bring our phones. And so I was like, I guess we're just gonna pick something off the menu. And so Simon's, of course, like picking like the one-off words that he can pick. He goes, "That's what I'm eating. I'm eating casada." I'm like, okay. And then I was
like, ask the waiter, like, what are you known
English
for?
They didn't speak English. So again, we don't speak Spanish. And so again, we couldn't read the menu, and we couldn't communicate with the server.
Bummer.
And so at first we were like, well, shit,
Next
I don't know what to do. And you know what? I literally stared at the menu, and I picked a whole entree of food that I could not pick a single word out of. And I was like, God, for all I know, I'm about to be served like a plate of
intestines.
Right. And what
lingua.
The food that came, right? That's literally what I was like. I was like, please not. But no, what I ended up ordering was this shrimp in a garlic sauce with a side of like mashed plantains. That was like, it tastes like mashed potatoes. Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, turned out good. And so I was like, man, that was so cool. Like it just picked something random off the menu, and it was delicious.
Luckily.
But I think my actual fail is last week we were talking about in our intro how I had a big test coming up and how it would be really dumb if I failed it because it's open book, and I failed it.
I feel like that's my fail for being like, it's open book, you can't fail. I feel awful for saying that.
No,
I'm very sorry.
No, because I had no expectation. I went into that test with not a single worry about failing. And honestly, all the questions were so like, they made sense to me that I had like 2.5 hours to take it, and I did it in like 35 minutes.
Oh,
yeah. And then when it shows you which ones you got wrong, honestly, I got wrong the ones that were like, pick all that apply. And then maybe I picked 2 instead of 3 that all, that applied or something.
Kind of tricky.
Yeah. So,
got you.
I could have taken longer. I could have actually gone through and
looked up each one of them in the book. Yeah. Just in case.
But I mean,
that's fair.
Honestly, I feel like with the ones that I got wrong, like I didn't get them wrong. I selected the
right. You just
not enough of them.
Didn't. Yeah. You just needed to have a more rounded, more information.
Yeah. So I failed my test, but
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It got me into going and doing like the minor test, which are like learning about and doing like little things on actual different subjects that you can work on clients with. And that has like reignited like the interest. And now I'm excited to retake the test after doing these because I'm like, it's cool.
Yeah. I don't know I think we were talking about it earlier, and maybe, so cut this if you're leaving that. But what was really interesting is you said something about like, Oh yeah, so then the minor test, you kind of have to know like there's one about addiction and one about like weight loss and one about, I don't know, mental health, all these things, but you're like, but then you have to go back in and learn the why, like why is this important? And it's like reigniting your excitement, which
Mm.
I thought was really cool.
Yeah, because getting like it's kind of like in school. Like when you're in school and you have to sit there through math that you're never going to use again and science that you're probably never going to really use again. Like it's just blah. And they're like, why are we doing that? There's not really a why other than you have to. And so it's kind of like that. Like with this school, it's like there's a lot of background stuff and it's you want to be like, why do I have to learn that? But then obviously you need to
It's
get the
actually
whole,
applicable.
yeah. And then once you get the like into specific pieces, it's like, well, that's the why, because now I know like the ins and outs of that topic and it'll help
Yeah.
with other people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. You had a very full and busy 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was a lot of talking. Now I might lose my voice. I'm just kidding.
Well, go rest up.
I'm just kidding. Did you
I was going to share something just dumb that happened. I don't know if it's a fail or a success or anything, except for that this happened to me. And I forgot about it, but I wrote it down. So that's the success.
it is the success. I was so proud of you.
Yeah, that's right. So that's the success because I remember I was like, when that happened, I was like, I gotta tell the people on the pod this. So like I was at the dump, because I was cleaning out the shop.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that you had to do that. Okay.
Yeah, because well, after the divorce, like everything came here and just got piled in the back, and it's like I had to go through a bunch of crap. And so I made a dump. I made 2 dump runs actually, and I'm gonna make one more. But the point is, I went to the dump. When you get there, it's like a big warehouse. It's not a normal dump that I'm used to. It was like a warehouse that you just like back your truck into. You throw everything on the ground, and then a bulldozer comes and takes it and pushes it wherever it goes. So before you back in, though, they want you to park in like a slot and wait, and the slots are numbered 1 through 5. And so they're like, go park in number 1. And I was like, okay. And then there's a guy that comes up to you and he's like telling me like to back my truck up to number 5. And I don't know what that means because there's no like slot numbers behind me in the warehouse. And so I'm like, where do you want me to back up to? I was just like, can you be a little more clear? And he goes, do you even know how to back this thing up? Because it was a truck and I'm a girl. And he was trying to flirt with me. And you know how those guys that are just like super like, how can I say this? Not mean.
Like Eric.
He's just trashy. Okay. He's trashy. I'm just going to say it mean. Like, and
But trashy by
because
like appearance or like trashy by like
the way he talks to you, the way his appearance, yes, like uneducated and ignorant and doesn't
are
seem
we
to
talking
want to
about
be
redneck?
educated. Yes, we are. I just didn't want to say it, but you know what? There's plenty of rednecks who, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was just very not, I didn't like him at all.
Not your type.
No. And then he came up to me and goes, do you even know how to drive this thing, little lady? Kind of like that. And I was just, he didn't say little lady, but it was just like that. It came
Yeah.
out like that. And I was like, I ignored him. I didn't even answer because I don't owe him any answers. And of course I can drive it. I'm in the car. And he goes, I said, where do you want me to back up to? And he's just like, well, do you even know how to back it up? And I said, where am I backing up to? And he's like, I'll just show you. And he starts walking next to the car while my window's down. And then he's like pretending that I'm going to run over him. And I was like, oh my gosh. I yelled at him and I said, you're so annoying. Because he wouldn't just tell me where to go. He's like walking next to my car as it's moving and being like, a little more this way, a little more this way. Oh, you ran over me. And I'm just like, so I yelled, like, oh my gosh, you are so. He goes, what did I do? And I was like, just tell me where to go. And he's like, okay. And so he like points me where to go. And then I guess the success out of all that is he helped me unload the truck when that's not their job.
He was like, "Oh, I
He
fucked
felt
up."
bad. Yeah. And then I was like, and he's like, well, what? And he asked me again, well, what did I do? And I was like, you were just like, you wouldn't just tell me where to go. And I was getting
Acted like
very
I didn't know how to
frustrated. You're acting
drive.
like I didn't know how to do anything. And he's like, oh. And so I guess like in the end, and maybe it was good because like I could tell him
Yeah,
and
he did
he
give you the
listened.
opportunity to like, yeah,
Yeah.
because usually people would be like, "What a bitch," and then like walk off, you
Actually, you
know?
know what? You're right. So I take back the part about because I said he was uneducated and he seemed like he didn't even want to be educated. I take it back. He did let me say how I felt, and
Yeah.
he kind of listened when he could have been mad at me for yelling at him. But
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
so
actually think that's really cool because
yeah.
yeah,
I'm not
actually
proud
listening.
that I like yelled at him. It was funny and he was like he did laugh and then he goes, "What did I do?" Because he knew he was being annoying. He knew it. It's
Uh,
like those people who are like just picking on the girl,
hmm.
trying to get him. And so yeah, he helped me unload the truck and then he like wouldn't stop talking to me and he wanted to say hi to Oliver and so like in the end it was like I just wanted to get out of there, but at the same time he changed his tune and he was nicer
Yeah.
to me, I guess. So
Hmm.
and I guess I have to kind of take it back and be like, okay, he wasn't completely bad in the end. He was just doesn't know how to talk to girls, I guess.
I mean, would you have changed since he did let you like explain, would you have changed how you handled it? Or like,
Yeah,
do you still
probably I
think
would
that
have.
was the way?
Well, maybe for him that was the way because he was being so like um
Ignoring
over the
your,
top. He was being over the top about like trying to be funny, but it wasn't
yeah.
funny. Like it wasn't funny. So I think I probably would have done it. I didn't yell at him, but I just like said it very loud and exasperated, like, "Oh my gosh, you are so annoying." And I put my phone on the break and said that, and he just goes,
I
"What?
have never seen you get to that point.
You haven't?" I think yeah, I was at that point.
That is so funny. I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a long story, and it did not need to be that long,
No,
but it happened.
yeah,
It
no,
was
I think it's fun.
it was funny.
Yeah, okay, we all get to that point. Like we're in a situation and sometimes it just slips like, oh my God, and just stop, get out of the way. Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah.
I think we all get to that point at some point. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I guess, the fail is that we let situations and people get us to those points,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, win is that you were given the opportunity to
Tell
explain.
him. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and then I think I was able to be like, thank you so much for helping me because I also felt bad for yelling at him. I say yelling, but it's in quotes.
Yeah.
So in the end, like I think we left it fine, but
Yeah.
I was like, God, I hope he's not there tomorrow when I take that run. And he wasn't.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm
But
glad it worked.
yeah.
But
All right. So what we got today?
today we have Nikki joining us. She was a joy to talk to. And I just, honestly, what's so funny is what I kept thinking about is like, man, I wish I could meet her mom. Because like listening to her talk to her, like about her mom and
Yeah,
share that
you
with us,
really.
I was like, I just want to know your mom.
Yeah, I remember that resonating with you. She was just and I was thinking about her too, how she also seems like a good mom. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to re-listen to the episode and
She
I
was,
will.
yeah, yeah. She's very
But like
open and has like,
that's right.
yeah, the
I
very
remember
open.
thinking it's like
And
just like generational trauma, generational
yes,
positivity.
yeah. And I appreciate her openness about, really just point blank, like racism that she grew up, that her mom kind of shielded her from. And, you know, she had to learn later in life, like, oh, that's what that was.
Hmm.
And I just think that was also like really vulnerable and,
Yeah.
you know, but
And
I
that's going to be like a
appreciated.
really hard and personal thing for a parent to have to like do like how much do I let my kid in on knowing what's happening in the world? Do I let them know like yeah, they're being looked at in a different way or do I let them just
Eh,
I
they just changed their mind, you know? That's kind of like the sense that I was getting, is that like her mom kind of turned it into like they just changed their mind about the sleepover. No big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like she went like a totally different route. And I think some parents, I remember Melissa Walker saying something to me once, and I thought it was quite pivotal because I'm repeating it again. But she said, why do I have to be the one to tear my kid down? The world's going to do it for him. And I was like, shit, you're right. Because it was about something really stupid. And I was like, why aren't you telling this child like this thing about them? And she's like, no. And I was like, God, you're so right. And so I saw that in Nikki and her experience with her mom. Like her mom's like, she's going to find out soon enough. Let's let her be a child and enjoy her friends and her sleepovers without knowing that racism was involved.
Yeah. And I think she makes a comment about it too in the recording, but, kind of goes into, it also teaches, it breaks that cycle of hate, because could you have been angry and made it very known to your children that they dislike you and, what am I trying to like spread that hate onto that intensity onto the child, but instead being able to turn it into like not making it making it a big deal.
Right. Because it's still a big deal. It was still a big deal. But she didn't want it to be about race for her at that moment in her life. And I think that's like we were kind of saying, like, maybe that's not the right call for all parents and stuff, but it clearly was the right thing for Nikki, and it was beautiful the way it was done.
And
you'll hear about it.
Grown a beautiful life with wonderful kids, and she was just a really beautiful soul to talk to. So
yeah. So enjoy.
All right. So today we have with us Nikki Allen, and Nikki is a songwriter, and she has recently written a book as well. She wrote a book off of her song Love You, Hate You, which is a story about her life through domestic violence. So thank you for joining us, Nikki.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And, you guys are going to be listening to this in October. And as you know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we thought that this would just be the best conversation to hear how she used music, how you, Nikki, I'm sorry, I was talking to the audience, used, music and just these different creative outlets to handle what she went through. So thank you for wanting to share that with us.
Absolutely.
So I listened to your song Loved You, Hated You, and it really brought me back. Like I felt like I was listening to like my favorite 90s R&B.
I feel so dumb because I actually didn't go listen. I didn't realize that I just didn't listen to it. I didn't realize who we were talking today, and I messed up big time. So, Nikki, I apologize.
No worries. Look, it's out there, so it's not like you'll never get a chance to hear it. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be listening to it this afternoon.
Yeah. How long has that song been out? When did you write that?
That came out. That was on my first album, which was actually in 2006.
Oh, wow. How many albums do you have?
One full album and a couple singles that charted on iTunes.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
What are the singles that like you're most proud of that you love?
I love both of my singles. Bartender is the latest one. It was actually in 2019. I'm actually working on some new music coming out. But Bartender is the latest that's out there, and I really love that. But the other one is I did a cover of My Favorite Things.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Oh, I heard that. I fucking love it.
You got to hear that?
I heard that. Yes, because I forgot.
Yourself.
Yes, thank you. Because Sam, you told me about her. My dog just saw how excited I got. Him running over. Yeah, when Sam, you first told me about Nikki, was like, you must have talked to her a while back.
Yeah.
And I went and looked her up.
Yeah.
And so I bet you I heard more than just that, but that one I kept on repeat for like a week.
Yeah. Really, really, that one was, I'll just say this, the producer and I had at one point had a relationship. And he's a guy that I can always call on, that he understands me musically. So I said, hey, I want to redo My Favorite Things. And he said, sing a little bit of it into the phone. So I sang a little bit and he orchestrated that whole thing. And then I just redid arranged the vocals like that. And it was so magical, but it just, to me, it was like our friendship, our relationship, it just really
all entwined.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites though.
Oh, I'll have to look that one up. I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you like musicals, Nikki? Did they have like a big impact on your life?
Musicals, just
for you to choose that song?
Just music. I just love the music. It's like I just embody music. It in all kinds. It's like it doesn't matter what kind. You'd be if you heard my playlist, you'd be like, "Is she okay?" Because it's like total like rock, and then there's gospel, and then there's orchestral, and then there's jazz, and then there's smooth jazz, and then there's a whole ton of R&B.
Sounds like mine.
It's all over the place, and I'm like, and on all of it.
Yeah,
you love it.
Yeah. So musicals, I all love it. It just anything with music, I'm in. If it's good.
That's awesome. Yes, right.
Were you into theater or music or anything in school?
Yeah, I was funny story. I wanted to play the flute when, fourth grade, I think is when you get to pick your instruments and all of that.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a little backstory. I lived in an affluent neighborhood, but we were the only Black family there. So they tried to sabotage us in every way possible. Yeah, we've had crosses burned and put on our house, the whole night. I've been through a lot.
Oh, gosh.
But even the administrators were really, really just like against me. I got in trouble one time. I wasn't even at school. But anyway, I wanted
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, true story. I wanted to play the flute, and it was just because I wanted to do it, you can't do it. So they had everybody blowing into the mouthpieces and all of that. And I felt like I blew in the flute mouthpiece okay, but the guy was like, no, you didn't. So I went home and told my mom, and she goes, well, what are you going to play? I said, the clarinet. I mean, you played the clarinet. She was like, you're going to go back to that school and you're going to tell them, and I'm going to write you a note. You're going to play the flute. Because damn it, if you want to play the flute, you play the flute. So
what a good mom.
Oh, my mom was all about that. Let me tell you. And so I went back and they were like, you're not playing the flute, but I ended up playing the flute.
Good.
Playing first chair all the way through high school.
That's amazing. Did they eat their words? Please tell me. Please tell me they ate their words and somebody came back to you and said sorry.
No, and actually, in 7th or 8th grade, somebody stole my flute, and when I got it back, all the keys were pulled back.
Oh my gosh!
It didn't work out for them because they didn't know my mom had bought me 2 flutes, so I had to make that flute. So it didn't work. But no one has ever apologized, and it's so interesting because a lot of my friends from school from that era, we're all Facebook friends, and and we're really friends. Like you just kind of grow up and grow out, but we never talked about the real
what happened.
Yeah, what happened back then, because there was one girl, we were having our house built, and that was the other problem. We were this Black family, the only ones having their house actually built from the ground up. So that was problematic. But, while it was being built, I was going to school in that neighborhood, and I would have to wait for my mom in this half-built house. So I met a friend that said I could come over. Her mom and my mom talked, and they were like, no, she shouldn't stay in that house by herself till you get off work. She'll come have dinner with us, and you pick her up from here. So after school, I'm sorry, we're talking about something totally different, but I just want to tell you this story.
You're fine. No, this is not different. It's you.
Yeah. And so I went to the girl's house, and we're playing dolls. My back was to her bedroom door, and her mom comes in. I didn't meet her mom. Okay. So her and my mom had just talked. So we're playing dolls, whatever. Mom comes in and Michelle goes, Mom, this is Nicole. And I turned around and she was like, Michelle, come here right now. And she was gone for a long time. And then she came back just barely crying. She said, you have to go. And I'm like, why? Our moms talk like, I'm so just like, not about that. And she's like, you have to go, you have to go, you have to go. What I love about my mom is throughout the years, I never really understood why I had to go, because she never said, never made it about a racial thing. And those people moved literally about a week later.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your mom never kind of said, hey, this is what was going on. They were being.
No, we never had. And I think it was because she didn't want me to get caught up in a racism situation. You know what I mean? Like
it's gonna come.
People do to Black people, and it was never that. It was just ignorance on their part.
Totally.
And and so I really miss my mom so much. She passed away.
Oh.
21. She got me to California to make sure I pursued my career, and she died 11 months later.
I am so sorry.
Thank you. But she was amazing. She was really amazing.
And she sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah. If you see this poster right here,
Yeah.
this is Let Your Dreams Take Flight. She gave this to me in like 6th grade.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
Oh.
Yeah, I have this room is my spiritual room, and I have all kinds of things that she's given me, unicorns over there. And then she actually wrote something for me my 8th grade graduation, but the end, it says, "You are the love of my life." Yeah. Hold on.
Were you an only child?
You could say that. My brother's 10 years older than me, and he was through a previous marriage that my mom had.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't necessarily grow up together because he went away to boarding school while I was growing up.
Okay. Wow. Your mom sounds like she is. So did you always have like a passion for music even when you were young? It started with the flute or before?
Before, my dad would come home and go in the basement and crank up Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, Diana, and the house would vibrate with music.
So it wasn't just your mom then. You really had from both sides.
Yeah.
That support.
I had goosebumps. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And I would go down in the basement and just sit there with him. And it was just, and so I fell in love with Diana Ross. And she was the reason why I was like, I want to sing. I want to sound like her. I want to be like her. So
I know what you're talking about because I'm sure you've probably done it, Sam, but I feel like everyone, if they've never done it, should have the experience of just lying down in a room, whether they're alone or with somebody else, being quiet and just letting the music just fill the room, like actually take up space and like come into your body and move. You know what I mean? Like it's something so real. And I remember
embody music.
Yeah.
Yes. So, wow. That's amazing.
So music has always been, this thing for me. And just side note, I trained for the Olympics as a gymnast.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you told me that.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be a gymnast. I wanted to be a singer.
Okay.
Okay. I would take my dad off.
But you were good enough to go to the tryouts because don't you have to meet certain criteria before you can even try out? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Junior Olympics before that. And
can I ask, where did you grow up? Like what?
In Illinois.
Illinois,
I trained, here's some of my things over here, but I trained with this company called Ike Turner, and they actually brought gymnastics to the United States.
Really?
Whoa. And they were prejudiced too. They didn't want me there either.
Oh my
really?
Yeah, because we lived in the city of Chicago. They were in the city of Chicago. And my mom took me there because she said I was bouncing off the walls and flipping all over the place. So she was like, I want to get you in a class. And she walked in and they were like, oh, no room. But everybody else was getting in. So then we had our house built in the suburbs and they moved to the suburbs kind of around the time we did. So this time my mom called and she called and was like, hey, do you have room? They were like, of course we do. Bring her in. So they were very shocked when I walked in. But
your mom is, she's persistent. She's like, no, you're not going to take less.
Oh,
and you shouldn't.
Never, ever, ever. I have the biggest, craziest dreams because this is what I heard in my house almost every day. You can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it. And can't was not allowed in my vocabulary.
I love it.
I love your mom.
I love my mama too.
Oh, wow.
Great. And see, picture mama. Let's see.
Yeah.
This is me and her. I don't know.
We can't see.
Can you see?
There.
Just a little.
Oh. Yeah,
I see it. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
These are my ribbons and stuff from gymnastics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
interesting life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you so I know your mom got you to what you said, California?
California.
Okay. So I'm hearing you played first chair, you were all orchestrated, orchestral style, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Through high school?
Yeah.
When was your first experience when you're I'm gonna try to put myself out there for the world?
When she wrote an album?
It's the recital.
I'm about to pick up my computer and walk you through my room because
Let's do it. Okay.
Because high school, I was very terribly shy, but I knew I wanted to sing. And so my freshman year in high school, I saw this group perform and I was like, they sounded so good. They sounded like the record. And I'm like, I want to do this. So my sophomore year, I was like, I'm going to get in this talent show. And my prayer to God was, if I lose, I will never pursue this ever again. If I win, I'm going to take this as a sign to go. And I did a duet because I was too scared to do it by myself.
Sometimes we need that, right? Yeah, Sam's my duet.
Right, exactly. So I did this duet. We won first place. And so I was like, okay, we're on.
What did you sing?
So the DeBarges were my favorite group. And so I did a song that they did back then.
Okay.
And what's interesting is that they've become, it was so funny because a lot of these things, people that I was like, I want to be around and part of have been literally in my life for real.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you start, when you started writing your songs and getting ready to do your first record, what was going on in your life? Was what was going on with your mom and moving like the most predominant thing going on in your life? Or had you already experienced, you know, what caused you to write Loved You, Hated You?
So my mom had, like I said, my mom had passed 11 months after I moved out here, and which is how I want to kind of say I got into this abusive relationship because I met this guy. I didn't have any family out here. I just lost my mom. Dad was, because I wasn't the gymnast or accountant, you know, he wasn't really dealing with me.
Yeah. So you were in a really vulnerable state.
Very vulnerable. And here comes this guy in this new place I'm in, you know, and this professor told me I hit the charm harm perfectly. So he was very charming, right? And I for this guy, I won't say he's had an abusive personality, like he's just volatile all the time, but he didn't know how to manage his anger or frustrations when he got mad. And so, but truth be told, I never thought I was a songwriter. All the music that was out and still out, it's always about shaking your ass and showing me this and bend over this way and do that.
Yeah.
And that's really not me. I'm all about the love and the possibility.
You have unicorns behind you on the wall. I love it.
I'm a Capricorn. I mean, I'm low, right?
Me too. Okay.
It's a version of a unicorn to me.
Okay.
I'm all about love and let's know. So this guy, the producer, he was like, well, why don't you write something and so it can give me an idea and then I'll produce something. And so I wrote it and he goes, oh, I didn't know you were a songwriter. I'm like, I'm not. So that's really, you know, and everybody's like, oh my God, how did you, what? I didn't know a songwriter. And I'm like, I'm not.
I didn't know either.
Just wrote that. I was like, oh, so that's kind of how the songwriting thing came in.
And they basically had to be like, no, honey, you are.
Like that. The manager that I had at the time, somebody had given me a track and I was sitting at his kitchen table while his wife was cooking dinner and I wrote and I was like, I'm done. He was like, you wrote that in like 5 minutes. I was like, come. Yeah, I told you I'm not a songwriter. He's like, Nikki, did you hear this? This is amazing. You are a songwriter. It took a long time for me to accept that I was a songwriter. But fast forward to after I kind of got out of that relationship and I started writing, because I guess I'm a songwriter. I wrote Loved You, Hated You about that relationship. I don't know if I asked you a question. I just went all the way around the world, but yeah.
Oh no, that's what we're here for.
You totally did. She's like, what were you doing? And you let us know. That's awesome. Yeah. So okay, wow, this is so much. So have you ever played that song for this person? Does that person know that it's about that relationship?
I mean, if he was smart enough to listen to the lyrics, he would know. If he read it's funny because I don't have any contact with him, but we are Facebook friends. Oh. And yeah, and his posts don't pop up in my feed ever. The moment I released this book, his posts started popping up in my feeds out of the blue, right?
Whoa.
And I guess vice versa, because he liked the book. You know, he did a thumbs up. And I'm like, you dummy. Sure you want to thumbs up that? But okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And did you just recently get the book?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah. June it was released. So I wrote the song, and the song, I don't know why I say it sounds like 90s. I think I wrote it like towards the end of the 90s, and then that's why I think it's the last song on the album, because I was like, let's just throw it on there.
Oh, wow. It's
And
always the
then-
last song done on an album that like,
yeah. So I threw it on there, and then I really liked the song, and I really liked, I don't know, I just liked how it was about me, really. And I was like, I could see this as a story, but I wanted to add, of course, because I like unicorns, the love story at the end. So the book actually is not all about domestic violence. It's about this woman having to
It's a fictional story?
It is fictional.
Okay.
But it's about
somewhat.
Yeah, it's loosely based on what I've been through.
Got it.
But the end is just, I want people, like I say, you get to choose, and it's all about self-love.
Okay.
I forgot that you had mentioned that you wanted to write something, and you did, that really, really, really led you to fall in love with the guy as well, so that you could see how slight and just how small those, final steps are, to where you're like, holy smokes, what am I in, and what just happened? So that's really cool. And I did not get a chance to read it, but I really want to, because I think that that's a great idea. A lot of people who haven't been into that kind of situation, I think, Nikki, we talked about this. Your friends will be like, oh, well, then just leave if it's not that bad. And then after so many times, then they just kind of drop you, and and you're alone, and they just don't understand.
And I love going back to Diddy and Cassie, because she was, that was such a big story in the media. And everybody's like, why didn't she just leave? She had so many times to leave. She left and she went back. And it's like, I think, I wrote this story way before their situation became public, but it addresses why we stay. And there's an actual line in there to somebody that she explains why she stays. It's just not that easy,
Yeah, it's not.
And when you, like for me, my mom was my anchor. I lost that. I'm holding on to something else to try to get me through. But the soul surgery, which is what I like to call it, is trying to understand, why am I holding on to this when I'm really not getting anything out of it?
Well, it's interesting you say that you're holding on to that, because I feel like that's what it is. It's like, even though you're in this volatile relationship and you're having like these really difficult, hard times, you're still holding
really good times mixed in.
That's what I'm about to say. You're holding on to all of the amazing stuff that you have also been through with that person.
Correct. Because let me tell you, it hasn't happened since. I came home one Valentine's Day. We didn't live together. He had a key to my apartment though. And when I opened the door, walked down the hallway, turned on the lights to my bedroom, full of flowers, balloons. Oh, and I had rose petals leading up to the bedroom, so I still haven't had that since. But I mean, he would do things like that.
Grand gestures,
And the cards, he'd write these, most romantic cards about how much I was the best thing ever. That's what you hold on to, because this must be just temporary. I'll deal with it. It's not all the time. I can handle it.
Part of the roller coaster.
Part of the roller coaster.
And also, you kind of have probably, in the back of my mind, I've had moments where I've gone through something like that with somebody in my past. It was like, I was thinking, when you said temporary, that was what hit me. Because it's like, you kind of think, well, they're just having a hard time. We're going to get over this. It's not like we just have to settle in. We haven't really hit our easy years yet. Right. You know what I mean? As if they're not showing you who they are.
Right. And let's keep it real on 100%. And then if the lovemaking is great, then that's another situation. I can deal with,
especially if you haven't gotten to be sexually experienced yet. You think does it get better?
Correct.
Am I going to miss out? Right. Because it gets, and you don't want to. I 100% understand that.
Right. So I had all those things going against me.
How are you able to, so I heard, sorry, is it okay if I ask a quick question, Sam? I didn't mean to interrupt you. You had said the word soul surgery is what it took to kind of reframe your mindset to be able to get strong enough to get out. Can you kind of walk us through what did it take? What did you do to open your eyes one day, or was it slow, or did it happen overnight, or how are you?
Great question.
It's still happening. I don't think soul surgery now that I'm older.
I liked it.
I don't think it ever ends because as you grow, you find new things, you find new quirks, you have different experiences, right? And then why am I responding like this? And then you got to go right back in, and it's really just introspect. It's like, why am I? Let me go talk to me about this.
I love that.
Right, Melissa, this is exactly you.
Like, I gotta have a conference with myself because something's no right.
Sam, you're right.
Well, and I only say that, I mean, of course, like I have had those moments too. Like obviously, I've transformed into a whole new person this last couple of years. But Melissa, you've openly talked about these situations through the end of last season where you were like, man, this really triggered me and this happened and I responded in this way. And then I had to like pull myself away and be like, why did I do that? And then,
every time you think you've gotten over something, it's something else to show you didn't get over that part. You got where you're
so right. It's like an onion.
Yeah.
Like you take a layer away. Well, there's still another one.
Yep. When does it stop?
You take that layer away, then you elevate. But elevation leads you to more stuff that now
my gosh.
I gotta deal with this. Okay, we're good. Okay. It's like
you just blew my mind.
Never ending cycle, but it's all good because at least hopefully you get to a point where you can check it and clock it and go, okay, let's see what's happening. Let me go deal with this really quick. Or not quick, because there have been some things. It's like, why am I not getting that?
For real. But I love how you said you elevate, because it's true. If you're going to grow, well, then you're going to be at a whole other place and you're going to be seeing the same things that you already dealt with in a very different light and way. Right. Mm-hmm. So they can still come back to you. Yeah. Wow. I literally got chills.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay. And I can just kind of like see, like, I have this like image in my head and I don't know why, but like as you're like talking, like in my head, I see like, okay, we've made it to this level. And then, oh, okay, we got to, figure a way up these stairs, and okay, around the next level. And then it's like by the end of your life, like I would hope that you could look down the staircase and see like all of these things that you addressed and like raised yourself up on.
Yep. And I feel like once you've gotten to that level, where you don't need to clock anything or fix anything or check anything, you're probably out of here.
Right. You did everything that you were meant to do.
Exactly.
I can definitely. Oh.
No, I was just going to say, I just don't think it really ends.
I don't either.
But yeah.
I definitely can look back to myself 20 years ago and see 100% completely different person. Mm-hmm. Totally different. And if I wasn't a different person, I'd be worried.
Correct. But I'm a different person than I was 3 months ago.
And you're right.
It's crazy because, very different. Very different. I started implementing this thing called boundaries.
Oh, what? What are boundaries? Tell us about that.
It's a little secret called boundaries. And I've always had boundaries, but my walls were always kind of like, that's like, I need a steel wall. And for my children too, because, we do that for our kids.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no.
How many children do you have? How old are they?
2. My daughter's 25 and my boy is 18.
Oh, so they're like at the point where it's like, you're still their mom, of course, but you can also be more of a friend too now, huh?
Correct. And my daughter is probably my best friend. She's moved out. She moved out. I'm really proud of her. She moved out when she was like 18 or 19. And so she was in a studio. Now she just got her 1-bedroom apartment. She got a dog, a cat, bought a new car. She's a case manager. So I'm really proud of her.
I should have realized, because you did say you wrote I was sitting here thinking, well, shit, I thought you were going to say you had like a 6-year-old and 8-year-old. Because you're just like so young looking. But then you did say you wrote, I think you're maybe my age. But
I'm probably older than you. I'm the senior citizen here, but we won't tell anybody. I'm gonna
say, just say yes or no. I'm 45.
I'm older than you.
Oh, okay.
And I don't mind. You know what? My mom.
You look good.
I don't mind telling my age. I used to, but I realized my mom passed at 53.
Okay.
And I realized how young that is. Like she had so much more life. So I am 56.
You're past that point, because were you kind of leading? We had another guest on and she talked about, as her age was getting closer to the age when her mom had passed on.
You feel like you're getting a doomsday.
Worried her.
It didn't worry me as much. I'll take that back. It did. You kind of get that, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? You know, but my mom is the youngest person that's passed in my family. Like my grandma lived to 90. My dad lived to 90.
Normal.
So it wasn't normal. But what did happen is the realization of how young that really is, and let me stop acting like, because I really, honestly, I feel like I'm 27. My daughter gets mad at me because I was celebrating my annual 27th birthday party. But
that's hilarious. My dad was always 29, by the way. He probably still is. We just don't.
But no, I was like, Mom, I'm catching up to you. I was like, and you're going to pass me because that girl. But you just, I'm just, and this is my new lesson, because being in this industry, they always want young and youthful and all that stuff. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do and be me, you know, but that's really hard when you're fighting against a machine that's all about age and looks and this and that. So
I just read, can I share something with you guys? I just read. So I didn't know this, but there was some philosopher in ancient Egypt, and I wish I remembered his name, but I already forgot. But he apparently started telling women that if they had too much sex, that their eyelashes would fall out. What? Yes, this is so interesting to me. Like and I kept reading. I was like, what? Okay. And so then because of that, it became a thing where they started wearing makeup, and this is where like lining your eyes with kohl, eyeliner, and makeup came from, because they wanted to make sure that they didn't look like whores. So then
I can take off my fake eyelashes because I've had plenty of sex. I don't know.
No. So then, of course, if they weren't wearing makeup, then it was, you look like you're a slut. And then if you were wearing makeup, they started telling you that you look like a slut too.
Oh, so
you're
it's
wearing
never
too
changed.
much. Yes, exactly. And so it's literally been going on since ancient Egypt. No way, you can't win.
You can't win. And that's what I tell especially my son, because he's entering the music industry, and it's really hard now with social media because everybody bashes everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the best thing ever, and somebody's gonna make up something or find something.
And because they're not elevating themselves.
Correct. So I tell make it for you. Make your music for you. And you'll find at least one person that likes it. And that's good, you know. And if you find 10, 20, 50, 1,000, whatever. But
you're to find that, even if it's one person, that's a person who probably really needed it because they couldn't find it anywhere else. And they were on the verge of giving up, you know, and they needed to hear I just want to go back really quick because I feel bad for saying the words whore and slut, but I was just saying it not because I thought they were whores and sluts. I was using it as
correct.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure you understood where I came from. I know Sam knows me, and thank you, Nikki, for you're understanding me.
You want to call me a hoe and a slut or whatever? I know who I am.
I'll jump on that bandwagon.
I literally said to one of our recent guests that I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I want to have that part of I haven't gotten to really not to live that.
Like, I kind of want to have all the sex with no strings attached. Like, that's pretty bad.
I wish, let me tell you a funny story, because the guy I'm with now was supposed to be a one-night stand. Here we are 6.5 years later. What happened? I've never had a one-night stand. Not because I'm
and you still haven't.
I still haven't.
I'm a fucking prude too. I am. And it's so hard.
It's so hard. It's so hard because it's like my vagina is attached to my heart. So I just, that's what it is. But I was really like, yeah, okay.
We're doing this.
I like him enough to just do this one time and just walk away.
Was this like in a bar? Like you saw him and you were like, let's just.
No, he was my son's. It's a total romance story. If you want to.
Oh no, you. It sounds like you're about to tell us that you should have known it wasn't going to be
from the beginning to now. You can, but if you want to for what I do,
tell us.
Well, now we have to know. How is it supposed to be a one night?
It's supposed to be one night. So my son is a baseball player, or was a baseball player, but all of a sudden he wants to play basketball. So I found him this gym where his age group, I think he was 10 at the time. Yeah, I guess so, because 11. So I found this gym where they did youth basketball. So he played and played and played. And one day I'm coming in. I think he was already in there, but I'm coming in. And it was a group of kids and somebody walked past me. And I didn't see who it was, but I felt it. Because I turned around. What in the hell what was that? It was so weird. It was like something just hit my soul, right? So, and I'm trying to look. I'm seeing almost the top of his head because they're like going downstairs, and then it was gone. So then later, I went to the bathroom, and there this guy was, and I knew it was him because instantly I just felt that pull.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Nikki, you knew it couldn't be a one night stand. No, you didn't. You didn't. You just.
I didn't want it to be that. No.
Mm-hmm.
But so I came out, and then this is totally not me. I'm like looking at all the little trophies and stuff they have, and I'm like trying to wait for him to get off the phone because he was on his cell phone. And I'm like trying to get attention.
I feel like we've all been there. Yep. I love this right now.
Yeah. Not paying any attention. And I'm like, what are you doing? So finally he got off the phone, but I heard whoever he was talking to. I was like, oh, that's a baby mama. Because I heard. And he was just like, okay. And I loved his demeanor. I'm like, it's this guy. So when he got off the phone, I acted like I was just getting ready to go back into the gym. I was like, oh, baby mama drama. He goes, oh, sorry about that. And I went into the gym. I went in all the time just to hang that there. So
hilarious. But you got seen. You got seen.
I got seen. So, but he just a little bit, you know how guys are.
Oblivious.
So, yeah. So then basketball season is over. But what's crazy, I get a phone call. My son has never played basketball before. All of a sudden, oh, he's on the all-star team. Very athletic though.
Wow.
So athletic and the all-star team. Get to the first practice. Guess who the coach is?
Next TV.
Okay. It's that guy again. I did my best to stay away from him because he made me feel all kind of weird.
Right, yeah.
It's just like, oh. So
it's like you love it, but it's also uncomfortable.
Yeah. So, but then, you know, and he would say he wanted to come see Nick play baseball, blah, blah, blah. And then the season ended, and I'm like, well, thank God, because it was a lot. I don't even know what the hell happened there. Done. Next season, the boy wants to play basketball again. Okay, we know where we're going. Go. Didn't like the coach. And my car had broken down. So we were taking Ubers and Lyfts there. And the coach wasn't good. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be paying $60 to get you somewhere that's not happening. So I get a phone call and they're like, hey, we split up the teams. We have a new coach. Come on down. Your coach is Coach Ariel. And not him.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So we get out. I'm like, we love Coach Ariel. We get down there and I see him and I'm like, he goes, hey, he hugs me. And I'm like, oh, okay, you can't be. And he goes, is Nick on my team? I go, no, he's on Ariel's team. He goes, that's my team. That's my team. He's all excited. And
that's awesome.
So they played. Anyway, here's what happened. We're at the one night stand now. So
yeah, give us the good stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
So he had dropped me off and I got out of the car and I went down because we had gone, long story short, he wanted to take me home. And I'm like, no, just drop us at the store or whatever.
Okay.
Go out of the car and I leaned down to say thank you. And he's like, you're welcome. But it was like, you're welcome. And I'm like, okay, it's not just me. So I closed the door and I told my son, I was like, I told you coach liked me. And he was like, Mom, get out of here, right? So then they were supposed to have a practice that later in the week. Well, now that we had that kind of exchange, I did not want to call him to verify because then it was gonna be like I'm calling like because I like you. So
can you check yes or no?
Yeah, right. So I'm like, I called the gym and I was like, do you know? They're like, no, you have to call Coach Ariel. Okay, Coach Ariel didn't answer, and I'm like, damn, here we go. So I texted him. I was like, hey, Coach, are you guys having practice today? And the phone rang. And the moment it rang, I literally said out loud, here we go.
Oh.
And he called and I said, hello. He goes, hey, yeah, so no, we're not having practice today. I was like, okay, thank you. He's like, so what are you doing later?
Oh.
And I was like, making up stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go have drinks, across the street. Because there's this bar across from my house. And you're just casual. And I was just like, I think I'll come join you. So He came, we closed the bar down. I think we had 3 dates in one night.
Wow.
And to the point where I was like, you know what? Why not? I mean, why not? I'll just try this because it's whatever. Yeah, we've been together ever since.
Wow.
That is so funny. Like,
What?
I love how like chill and like nonchalant you were about getting his attention, because there was definitely like a moment where I was like, yeah, one night stand. That sounds fun. I've never done that. I still haven't, really, I don't think.
That might be like your vacation. I don't know.
I know, right? And I remember I was at this club, and I just really tall guys, like they just, I don't know. I just jaw drops. And so I was at this club and dancing, and I called him biceps because he was so tall that all like his biceps were eye level with me. And so I just like kept like walking, and then I'd like, you know, I had my drink and I tripped and like bumped into like, oh, sorry, and I squeezed the bicep and I kept walking, and then nothing, you know, nothing came out of that. So then later I like bumped into him again and be like, oh, hi, we just keep bumping into each other. And so then we start dancing together. He's like, let's dance. And we're dancing. And then I finally look up and like look at his face, and like, I was like, okay, this isn't what I thought. I was looking at biceps.
In his face? That's hilarious.
And then
taken aback by the biceps.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and then I looked at his face and was like, oh, you're really not my type, like at all. And
Yeah, but he went that long without looking at his face. She could go the rest of the night.
Yes, no. And then we're chit-chatting, so I was like, okay, this is fine. Like just some more drinks and it'll be fine. And all he talks about is the gym and like lifting and like, you know, I'm into the bodybuilding, and you know, I just and I was like, okay, I can't take this seriously anymore. So it did not work out for me.
That is so funny.
Say the same still with this guy. And
That's amazing.
He's my everything.
So I'm wondering, like, okay, so is he your first like super healthy relationship, or you'd already kind of
like, no?
Definitely. Because my marriage, I was married to my son's dad, and that was the worst thing ever. He devastated my life, literally.
Okay.
Like literally. So that's why it was going to be a one night stand, because I hadn't been with anybody since my ex-husband, but I just was not willing to get in a relationship, because at this point, the first guy, what this book is about, the ones in between, and then the marriage, it's all been bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just do this, knock this out, because I haven't knocked it out. So it hasn't been knocked out. So let's just do this. And then, when I tell you, I've never in my entire life met anybody like him ever.
So what do you think you were doing differently at that time in your life to either draw him or
accept it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think it was time. I think the stars aligned at the right time. I really do. That's the only thing I have, because I'm still me. You know, I've always been this awesome person. So.
Yeah, clearly.
Yes.
It wasn't me.
While we're talking about relationships, I think that a lot of us, and most of us that are listening, and Melissa and I here, like have gone through the trauma of, you know, poor relationships, like back to back. How you meet this guy, you're like head over heels, you feel this like really strong connection. How long into that relationship before you just like bare your soul of like, this is my past, this is everything I went through? Because I think that, you know, might help some listeners.
You know, okay, so I told you I felt him before I saw him.
Yeah.
Well, we've clearly, and I never believed in this stuff before, but we've clearly been together in some other lifetimes, because it's just been so magnetic. We bared all that first day. You know, we at that bar, we came down. I mean, he's told me things. He even said, I've never told anybody this stuff.
Wow.
One thing he said to me, we were talking about something, and he goes, talking about my hair or something, and he goes, I could care less if you had 2 strands of hair on your head. He said that on our, and you know, I'm like, is this guy for real? But he was for real. Like everything that was coming out of his mouth was for real. And I told him everything. He told me everything, and it was all laid out.
Wow.
In there. Yeah.
And has he ever like told you like he felt that magnetic pull as well?
I mean, he's a guy.
You never would.
They don't feel that. No, I'm just kidding.
He went, huh? Oh, you did.
Fair.
But what has happened, because I just felt at some point in our relationship things weren't going the way I wanted it to go. And that's another thing I had to learn about people loving differently. I love out loud. He doesn't love out loud. So I was taking him not loving out loud, not loving me. So I broke up with him a couple times. But what's so hilarious, because I'm very much me, I will not call you back. It's over. I'm done. And he seems like he's that type of guy too, but he kept calling back. The last time he was like, you don't know how much you hurt me when you do that. And for him to just really kind of express how he felt from someone like that, it was like, okay, let me try to understand him a little bit better. And that's when I was like, everything that he's done has been love. It's just not the way us girls want it to be sometimes,
Okay. Yeah.
Now that I've reframed how I see him loving me, we're all good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
And that's very normal of the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're working. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, you're working on a new record. I think you were about to say this to Melissa, because I just heard it in my head.
I think I said it out loud.
No, so Melissa, I heard it in my head. You're working on a new record. Does this record have anything to do with now the love story and like the flow through that?
It does. It's called This Cathedral Is Mine.
And that is power. That's poetic.
Yeah. And so it's really basically everything we've been talking about self-love and honoring yourself.
Holy cow. Is it going to be a record?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Because I'm going to need like lots of stories on it. This cathedral is mine. Like that is so, I don't know what I love about that. It's just so powerful and poetic. Like, are you talking like the cathedral of being in a place of knowing your worth and loving yourself?
I'm the cathedral.
That's what I thought.
I belong to me, and I'm going to take care of me. And the video concept, because I'm already working on the video concept, it will be in a church. I'll kind of give some of it away.
Okay.
The love interest kind of walking towards the cathedral, but there's at the base of the stairs, there's a line of white salt, which is purity that he can cross.
Whoa, that's beautiful, because even if he is the perfect partner, you still have to have
those boundaries.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I'm excited.
Me too.
When do you think it might drop? You don't know?
When can we? So we have a studio on the house.
Okay. Okay.
And my boy's a little slow with recording me, but soon. But no, I'm anticipating January. I think January, I want to just drop everything new.
So by the way, when I heard your songs back a couple months ago, I've followed you on Spotify, so I'm gonna go back and find you again.
Awesome.
Oh, so you definitely did hear.
I heard it and I just forgot because I got overshadowed with the other song that I loved.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I had a great question and then it just flew. Oops. No, you didn't do it. It was my brain. It's Sunday. It is Sunday, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have it. It came back to me. You clearly, like, especially with your music, are very open with your kids about, where you started and the journey that you come through. How do they respond to that? Because a lot of that's really personal.
There's not one aspect of my life that they don't know about. And I think it just brings us closer. It makes them tell me everything, even things I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Right. But, there are no secrets between us, at least that I know of. But I mean, they've come to me with some very deep things. But because I feel
full trust,
it's trust. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to be your mom and help you and help you make the right decision, or the best decision that you can out of the situation. But I think they know, and I'm an open book. I as you can see, but I've been raped. they know about that. The guy that this book is about came after me with a gun.
Wow.
I actually got pregnant by him, and he said, kill it or I'll kill you.
Oh gosh.
And so I don't have that child because of him, but we honor that baby. His name is Micah, and my kids know about it. And my daughter talks about him like he's here all the time. So he's with us. So I think it's just important to be transparent, with what you're comfortable with. Me, I don't care, because I don't care what people think about me. It's like, I really don't.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's important though, like you say, with what you're comfortable with. But I think that's part of it is too, even some of the stuff you're not comfortable with. I think it's important to try to, because I think that's how you have that level of trust with them.
Yeah. I mean, because if mom got chased by a gun and was threatened and all this and had an abortion by force, and then I can tell her anything because she'll, you know what I mean? So there are no secrets that I know of. I've heard some really deep stuff from my children.
Wow. That's amazing.
I like that you use the word transparent. I just met someone and was out with dinner with them, and I don't remember what brought up the conversation, but we were talking about the difference between transparency and honesty, and how, you can be honest with someone. Like if they ask a question, you can tell them the truth, and that's great. And that's, we got some trust there. But transparency is when you just flat out come out and give it to someone, and they don't even have to ask, and you're just being that transparent with them, that it's like this soul connector, I guess, is kind of like how we're.
It's more giving in a way too. And I'm glad you're pointing that out. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. And so it was really I don't know, when she said transparent, I was like, oh my God, someone just kind of explained this to me. And that sounds like it was important to you and worked for you and your kids.
Yeah, I mean, I am me, and I'm okay with all the things, because listen, all these things that I've been through, good and bad, and made me me. Yeah. So when you ask, how are you, I can't leave out the hard stuff.
That's true.
Because it's, it's how I got to be me. It's my strength. It's my when I'm hard and when I'm rigid, when I'm soft, it's all of that. You can't, well, how did you get to be so hard and strong? Well, let me tell you about this relationship that I went through, and I can't leave that part out, because that part that, that was the what, fire to the iron, whatever it is, but just strengthening me, and making me unbreakable. So I for me, it's just important. And I don't mind telling these stories, because it's somebody out there listening, watching, whatever, that's like, damn, I went through that. And, I always tell my kids, give yourself some grace. Because that's what I had to give myself grace. Give yourself grace, because we all go through things. But we're so trained to just, everything's a secret. Nobody's supposed to know that part about you. You're supposed to look so perfect and just so this. Well, I want to look perfect with my scars. I feel like it. I don't know if you've ever seen a quilt when you're making it, and you see the bottom, it's just strings. And
you're right. Do you quilt?
No, but
okay.
No. I don't know if you can see behind Melissa, but she is a quilter. She's in a quilt shop.
Oh yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Got it. No, I don't. Mine's
a big old quilt.
So you're
yeah.
So the underside's always
a mess,
and then when you turn it over, it's so beautiful. But both sides are important. You can't have that beautiful side without that underside.
That's amazing. I love that you said that. I might actually share that with some of my quilter friends. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because your life is looking like that. All those different colors, all cracked in together and looking funky.
Right. And you have to remember, this is what's happening right here, right now in this place. And you can't tell what it is. It's just looking a mess. But you step back and you look at the whole thing, right? Like a quilt, and it's telling a story, or it's, and it's beautiful. And it's every part makes it beautiful.
Yep. Every part.
Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a perfect way to kind of wrap things up.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
Is there anything, Nikki, that you want to talk about too, or anything else that we didn't touch on?
Everything I told you, everything.
Right? Yeah, we got the whole life. I like this because it's we got to meet the real Nikki, and if you like what you heard, then obviously go listen to her music and read her book. So it's like, this is like about you.
This is real. This is you. You are real though. And that's why this has been so good. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we met and got to do this.
Me too.
Same.
All right. Well, guys can find her book, Loved You, Hate You.
You guys are great.
It was really fun talking to you. But yes, it was such a pleasure to have you on Scared Stuff. And I don't usually know when the episodes are going to drop, but yours drops the last Thursday in October. So,
which is important because it's all about domestic violence and awareness of that and knowing we can grow past it.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Even though, like, I feel like even though it's like not what the episode was about, like, it's just getting to know someone who just grew above and beyond it. Like, I think that is just as important.
I do too.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's maybe
you don't get stuck in it. You know, it's so easy to do. It's so to do, and so many women have and still are. So you can do it. Give yourself some grace.
That's right.
There's the title of the episode.
I love it. Or no, we can't do that. That's the title of your new song coming out.
We can do it.
This Cathedral Is Mine is like so brilliant.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to steal that from you.
All right. Well,
you're amazing. And thank you.
Yes. Thank you. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I will. Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you like the episode that you heard today? Great. Share it with a friend and don't forget to rate and review.